It was another packed audition day on AGT Philippines 2026. Thousands of hopeful contestants had already performed, but no one noticed the quiet young woman sitting alone in the waiting area. She wore a faded blue uniform, worn-out shoes, and carried a small backpack that looked older than she was. While everyone else practiced dance routines or vocal warm-ups, she simply closed her eyes and whispered a short prayer. Her name was Angela, a 22-year-old street sweeper from a small town in the Philippines. Every morning, before the sun even rose, she cleaned roads, parks, and sidewalks so that other people could start their day in a clean city. She earned just enough to buy food for herself and help support her sick mother. Music had always been her dream, but life had never given her the chance to chase it. When her number was finally called, Angela slowly walked toward the famous AGT Philippines stage. The audience barely reacted at first. Many wondered if she was really a contestant. The host smiled warmly. "What brings you here today?" Angela took a deep breath. "I clean streets every day. But every night, I sing. My mother always tells me that dreams don't care how poor you are." The crowd immediately became silent. One judge asked, "If you win, what will you do with the prize?" Angela smiled through tears. "The first thing. I'll pay for my mother's surgery. After that, I want every child from poor families to believe that impossible dreams can still come true." The audience erupted into applause before she even sang. The music began softly. Angela closed her eyes. The first note floated gently across the theater. Within seconds, every conversation stopped. People who had been checking their phones suddenly looked up. Her voice was warm, powerful, pure. Every lyric carried years of struggle, sacrifice, and hope. The judges exchanged surprised looks. One whispered, "Where has this voice been hiding?" As the song continued, Angela's confidence grew stronger. The audience slowly stood to their feet. Some wiped away tears. Even backstage crew members stopped working just to listen. The camera zoomed toward Angela's mother, watching from backstage on a small monitor. She covered her mouth as tears streamed down her face. "This is the dream she never gave up on," she whispered. Angela reached the emotional bridge of the song. Her voice rose higher and higher. The theater echoed with breathtaking power. People couldn't believe that someone who spent her morning sweeping dusty streets possessed a voice worthy of the world's biggest stages. When she reached the final chorus, everyone was already standing. The judges were smiling. Some were crying. The audience clapped along with every beat. The final note lasted several unforgettable seconds. Silence. 1 second. 2 seconds. Then, the entire theater exploded. Thunderous applause shook the building. People screamed. Some cried openly. Others hugged complete strangers. Angela stood frozen. She couldn't believe what had just happened. One judge stood first. Then another. Soon every judge was giving a standing ovation. Angela covered her face and began crying. The audience started chanting, "Golden buzzer! Golden buzzer!" The judges looked at each other. No one spoke. The tension filled every corner of the theater. One judge slowly reached toward the glowing golden button. Angela watched with shaking hands. Her breathing became faster. Could this really be happening? The audience counted together. 3, 2, 1. The judge smiled. Then suddenly,